Want to sound more natural without using complicated English? In today's lesson, we'll practice 30 everyday phrases that make simple sentences sound smoother, smarter, and more real. Let's begin. Instead of saying, "Can I call you now?" say, "Is now a good time?"
Is now a good time?
Instead of saying, "Tell me when you are free," say, "Let me know when you're free."
Let me know when you're free.
Instead of saying, "I will send it to you," say, "I'll send it through."
I'll send it through.
Instead of saying, "I will ask them again," say, "I'll chase it up."
I'll chase it up.
Instead of saying, "I will ask about it later," say, "I'll follow up on that."
I'll follow up on that.
Instead of saying, "I was doing something else," say, "I got caught up."
I got caught up.
Instead of saying, "Sorry I made you wait," say, "Sorry for keeping you waiting."
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Instead of saying, "I am late again," say, "I'm running behind."
I'm running behind.
Instead of saying, "I cannot come because something happened," say, "Something came up."
Something came up.
Instead of saying, "Let us decide later," say, "Let's play it by ear."
Let's play it by ear.
Instead of saying, "Can we meet another time," say, "Can we take a rain check?"
Can we take a rain check?
Instead of saying, "I do not want to do it today," say, "I'm not up for it today."
I'm not up for it today.
Instead of saying, "I do not feel like talking," say, "I'm not in the mood to talk."
I'm not in the mood to talk.
Instead of saying, "I need a short break," say, "I could do with a break."
I could do with a break.
Instead of saying, "I am losing energy," say, "I'm running out of steam."
I'm running out of steam.
Instead of saying, "It was very easy," say, "It was a breeze."
It was a breeze.
Instead of saying, "It is more difficult than it seems," say, "It's harder than it looks."
It's harder than it looks.
Instead of saying, "That was almost a problem," say, "That was a close call."
That was a close call.
Instead of saying, "I feel better because the problem is gone," say, "That's a relief."
That's a relief.
Instead of saying, "That made me very happy," say, "That made my day."
That made my day.
Instead of saying, "You did that very well," say, "You nailed it."
You nailed it.
Instead of saying, "You are exactly right," say, "You're spot on."
You're spot on.
Instead of saying, "I do not believe that explanation," say, "I'm not buying it."
I'm not buying it.
Instead of saying, "That does not seem logical," say, "That doesn't add up."
That doesn't add up.
Instead of saying, "I believe you without checking," say, "I'll take your word for it."
I'll take your word for it.
Instead of saying, "Please do not tell anyone," say, "Keep it between us."
Keep it between us.
Instead of saying, "I do not want to share that," say, "I'd rather keep that to myself."
I'd rather keep that to myself.
Instead of saying, "We stopped talking about the main topic," say, "We got off track."
We got off track.
Instead of saying, let us return to the main topic, say, let's get back on track.
Let's get back on track.
Instead of saying, the plan changed, say, there's been a change of plan.
There's been a change of plan.
Great job. These phrases are simple, but they sound very natural in real conversations. Practice them again, copy the rhythm, and try using a few today. See you in the next lesson.